3, 2, 1, go. Alright, welcome to another 3D Sculpt and Chill. I want to try to make this really cute little Godzilla. I'll make him available on my website too, drugfreedave.com. So we're going to open Nomad and change the matte cap. I want to try to get this done like within an hour. I don't know if it's possible, but we'll see. You know, I like to use my signature cylinder floor. We'll make it a little bit bigger. Line it right up with that red line, and then I will just make it a little bit more round. Put this up to 2, and that's usually how I like it. So we'll validate the nice floor. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do miscellaneous and decimate it twice. All right, so let's bring in our turn the grid off. We'll bring in our image, reference image, import photos, transform. Okay, so let me just break this down in my head. That makes it a lot easier for me to sculpt things. So let me move this up. So we have the head. Let's go ahead and clone this. So this can be the head. This can be the body. And we just need to block out everything. This can be the floor. FLR. Let's go ahead and save. This is going to be Baby Godzilla. Okay, cool. So let's take the body and move it down. We'll make it a little bit bigger, a little bit longer maybe. So something like that. These 2 little pudgy legs. I love the legs so much. That'll probably be the tube tool, I think. So we'll just do path. We don't need snap, although it might go in a crazy direction, which it always does. I'm just going to save this. I'm going to save this view. I have to think about when I'm editing these things, it's important for me to frame it so it just makes it easier when I'm editing these, because I edit all those and it just takes forever. So add view. Let's change this to 1. Orthographic, we're good. Okay, we're going to change it to 11. Now let's change it to 1. Just 1. So now we have the view there. So I'm going to go ahead and switch it to the side so I can bring these legs back. Okay, so the leg kind of, we'll make it a little bit bigger. And it looks like the legs come out a bit. There's something like this. So let's do the radius for all of these. It's pretty wide here. It's widest here. Something like that. The whole thing is a little bit, it might be a little bit big. Oh, you know what? Let's bring that back down. It might be a little big. But maybe I'll just make the head and the body a little bit bigger. Oops. Anyway, that's pretty good for now. Obviously, we have to adjust that. Let's add another sphere. So the tube is going to be the body. But let's add another sphere. It actually feels kind of good to sculpt just normally, because I'm always sculpting like super, super slow, obviously for tutorials and stuff. But I know there's people out there that are a little more familiar with the app. So, you know, I'll do the slow ones and I can do some fast ones. Do I want to do the foot like this? It feels right. Actually, it needs to be a little thicker, I think. back a little bit more, maybe something like that. And actually the foot is angled out a bit, so we'll do something like that. Okay, so, you know, the arms I might just want to do, maybe I want to do the tube tool as well for the arms. Do path. Cat is so loud out there. You probably can't hear her, but she's loud. Okay, so we'll make it a little bit bigger. We'll do the radius for all of them. Obviously, this will bring into the body. And I kind of like it. It's not that big, and then it gets kind of big here. And then it's not that big at the end, so it's sort of... This cat trying to come in my room. The cat's not allowed in my room after a certain time. She knows it. So, yeah, this is a little bit big. Maybe something like this. I want to add another one so I can round it off into the body. Kind of like that. Maybe I'll just move it with, not hole, gizmo. Where's my gizmo? Well, you know what? That's pretty good for now. I'm going to have to definitely adjust a lot of this because he's... Okay, the head is a little bit forward. Let's add... So this sphere is the toes. Make sure I label everything. So I'll hit add another sphere. This can be the tail. I'll go ahead and label it now. Tail. Go ahead and validate it. So I'll make it a bit smaller, and then I'll just use move to kind of just kind of push and pull a little bit on the tail. Make it a little thinner towards the back and kind of pull. That's actually not too bad. Okay, you can probably push this a little bit too, just to kind of match the angle a bit. The head. Okay, it's not too bad. Arms are definitely too big, so I'm just going to use the gizmo to shrink them. And the body, I'm just going to use move. The body needs to, it's kind of like a teardrop, so I just want to kind of teardrop it a bit. Move this up a little bit more. Maybe we'll stretch this bottom half out a bit. So I just like to make the shapes, kind of put them in unison a little bit. This might be a little bit long. I think he might be a little bit more stout with the tail, so I'm going to move it in a little bit. Leg is a little big. So the two, let's name this arm. Body, toes. So we'll take the toes and the, where's the leg? This is the leg. Why does it say body? So confused. Let's, we'll leave it for now. So leg and toes, they're a little bit big. Think Okay, it's still the, you know what, I think it might need to go a little bit closer. So let's use the gizmo and let's use a line so we can just move everything. Oh, nope, I don't have both selected, leg and toes. So we'll move them in a little bit. We'll shrink them a little bit. That's not bad. The arm still feels a little bit big, so I'll make that smaller. The body as well, actually. And the head, we'll make it a little smaller. We'll move it down. Like so. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Maybe the leg and toes will push underneath a little bit more. And let's tilt them a little bit this way and bring them in a little bit. Okay, cool, cool. Let's go back to the body and just make this a little bit more teardroppy. Okay, I like that. So now the arms, I'm going to make a little bit smaller and just move them up, or move them forward, I should say. So really I'm just, why does it keep doing that? So really I'm just kind of evaluating the shapes and just trying to get them close. I know they're not going to be perfect yet, but just getting them close. These obviously we're just going to mirror, so that's not a huge problem. So I'm going to take this and the tail, the body and the tail, and just make them a little skinnier. All right, so let's figure out this head. All right, so I'm going to clone the head. I'm trying to think of what shape it kind of looks like. I'm going to make it, oh, you know what? I know what I'm doing wrong. Hide the head, go back to the head. It should get smaller. And I'm going to flatten it, I think. So I'm going to flatten it, and I'm actually going to clone it again, and then I'm going to use this as like the nose part. So I'm going to clone it again. And he has like a really cute little nose. Maybe I'll just take drag and just kind of make it a little more square. So something like that. Looks like it might be a little bit wider on the bottom. I'll push up a little bit. Okay. Now for these, for those things, what do we want to do for those? Okay, so let's make these, let's just add another sphere. We'll move it up, shrink it. Make it a little bit smaller, maybe a little bit longer. Something like this. I'll mirror it. Move it down some. Okay, it feels like it's something like that. I'm gonna make them a little bit longer. Okay, so something like that. Now we need to trim them. Oh, you know what? I can probably, let's validate. I can probably just use move. And maybe I can, oh, let's see. Drag might be better. Let's see. I was going to use the tube tool, but I'm not sure if that's the easiest way to go. This actually is not too bad. To be honest, it's not too bad. Okay, I kind of like that. Looks decent. I'm gonna give him a little more head back here. So I'll just kind of widen this out here. Maybe even move it up a little bit. He's got a lot of, I think he would have a thick neck. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's go like that. Looks pretty good. And also, let's go ahead and, so I remember I have this other head here, so I'm going to unlock that. It's going to be jaw bottom. Let's go ahead and do a quick save. So this is the snoot. I don't know what I just did. That's the head. That's the body. Where are the, okay, so those are the eye sockets. Okay, so we have, oh, that's right, I have this big, I was wondering why it looks so funny, because I have this huge sphere here. So we do need to make that lower jaw. And it looks like, okay, what's the easiest way to do it? Honestly, we'll just leave it like this. Take trim. You know what the easiest way to do it is just take trim with rectangle, trim half of it. So trim it halfway and then kind of make it our jaw. Oh, but I need to put the opening in it though. What's the easiest way to do that? All right, let's look at it from the front. So if this is the jaw, we need to make it thinner, like so. And maybe move it back. So let's take it off of a line so it moves regularly. So something like this. Let's make it shallower, like so. We can take this, we can take the regular head actually too. I'm trying to think if move or if trim is better for this. If we try to move it, that's not bad. Let's take drag and see how he has these little bit of, like it's almost like it kind of comes out a bit. Maybe move is better, just small. So it should come up to the nose, but then it should come out a bit here. So let's pull this up a bit. Kind of get that, yeah. Need to get that coming out a little bit. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I'm making those noises. Let's take drag and let's go to these eye sockets. Just want to push them in a bit more. I do like to jump around and do random things. So usually I can't do that, but I can do it here. Okay, you see where I'm at? See what I'm doing here? Looks pretty good. Let's take this jaw. Let's just use move and kind of like adjust it a bit. Let's move this in so it's a little more jaw-like. It needs to be open wider. So maybe something like that. And we need to dig part of it out. So I'm trying to think of the easiest way to actually do that. Let's take move and make sure the middle of this is kind of pushed up. Okay, it's good, nice and open. And those are connected too. So, but maybe that'll be another piece. Maybe I'll do like the gums. But what I really want to pay attention to, maybe I can just use this sphere, the jaw bottom. So I'll clone it and I'm going to name it jaw bottom X. If I name it jaw bottom X, X is just so I know that I'm going to cut it. So I can select both of them. Actually, we'll select X first. We'll move it up, make it smaller. Let's move it up a little bit. Maybe make it longer. Yeah, let's make it longer like that. So now we can do a Boolean. So that should work. I'm going to take move and I'm going to open it up a little bit more back here. Like so. So that should give us that nice opening in the mouth. So now I'm going to do a quick save. So now we'll take both of these, we'll hide jaw bottom X, and then we'll go to Boolean and Boolean. There we go. Looks pretty good. Oh, that might be a little bit small, but actually I think that'll work. I think that'll work well. Okay. I'm going to take the eyes and I want to just move them, make them a little bit bigger back here. Okay. I don't know, little things, sometimes like little things like just like pop out to me and I'm just like, I need to do them. Toot sweet. Let's take the head and just make it a little bit bigger here. A little bit bigger. Okay. Cool. Let's take the nose and just make it a little more even with this kind of jaw. So we see how it's not even. Just gonna push it. Obviously I have what is it, symmetry on. And also, you know how let's see, how do I want to do that? How do I want to do the edge of the nose? I feel like I need to, let's try drag and let's just try to pull the bottom out a little bit. I can probably, you know what, I can probably pinch that together. So I think that might be okay, because I can pinch it. And these mounds, I think I can just do with probably some other inflate or something like that. Okay, so let's take the, so we have the head, the eye sockets. What am I missing? Am I missing anything? Okay. So I'm going to move it up, maybe a smidge bigger. Gotta be careful when you try to use the gizmo and nothing happens, because 9 times out of 10 something is happening. It's just not something that you want to happen. And it'll be something that you later on are like, why is this like this? And that's why. It's the worst. So move the head down a bit. Oh, I feel like the head needs to be wider in the back. It's too narrow. Oh, you know what? Maybe I can take, no, let's do it with move. Let's just do it with move. He shouldn't have a narrow head. Let's take the eyes too and just make them a little bit wider. Okay. We'll make the lower jaw a little bit wider too. Okay, and maybe we'll make this a little bit bigger here. We can probably do like inflate on the lower jaw and just kind of like maybe inflate it a little bit. Smooth it down a bit. But we'll wind up joining all that together, I think. Okay, so doesn't look too bad. This arm, I kind of want it to be a little bit bigger, and I want to angle it a little bit. Oh, that's better. I didn't realize I had a black node. Okay, that looks all right. I like that. The arm feels a little long, but he kind of has long arms, so that's okay. So I want to make sure this is going into the body like so. And right now I'm just trying to observe and think about, oh, we still have to do all that back things. And the back is quite wide. So let's take the back and let's widen it out a lot. Because that's where he really gets his shape from, is wide back, and we need to make all those fun little things. Okay, so we'll do something like that. We'll make the front a little wider here. I like that. The leg and the foot. And this is something that I normally do. I always am going back and forth, changing things, always, like never ending. But that's kind of like what you have to do. Let's go back to the tube tool. And I love that, let me bend this knee outwards a little bit. And that's why I haven't validated this, because I like to be able to make those changes. Constantly making the changes. Now he feels a bit off balance. I'm trying to think if he would, no, I guess he would be on balance there. He looks pretty balanced. I think the tail might be a little bit lower. And then maybe I'll take the bottom part of the tail and just make sure it's kind of straight and kind of going right into his body. So all of that matches up. And maybe you want to put a little bit more curve in it. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay. So the only thing I want to do with the arms is I want to just tug this down a little bit. Maybe I'll make this bigger. How does that look? No, keep it, make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so that looks good. You know, I can probably voxel remesh the head, if I'm honest. Because I really like the head. I think it looks good. But I don't know if I want to voxel remesh it with the body. Let's get rid of this part of the body first. So I'm going to push that down. I'm going to use clay and sub and just kind of, whoops, let's get rid of this stroke painting. So you just use clay in this and sub and get rid of that clay in the mouth. Okay, let's take a look at the angle and see how we're looking. Not too bad. He's so wide. Mine is so wide. Let's push this down a bit. So wide. This is a little bit. Okay. The arms. Push down a bit. I think his head is in a good spot. I think I like that for his head. Okay, so next, what do I want to do next? Let's voxel remesh the head together. So we have the head, the snoot. What is the mesh? The mesh is the lower jaw. It's pretty significant if I'm gonna put the lower jaw together now. Am I? Is that what I'm gonna do? Let's take the sockets and let's just validate them. We'll take all the head stuff. We'll do a quick save and just voxel remesh the head together like 150. What is that? What is that? Oh, is that the... I actually don't know what that shape is. Let me undo that real quick. Oh, that's the head. All right, so let me think. I might be able to just take move and maybe move that back. Either that or take clay with sub and just kind of like open it up a little bit more. Yeah, I think something like that is a little bit better. This is going to be dark eventually, so I'm not too worried about it. And there's going to be a tongue in there too, so. But these, I can also use clay and sub and just kind of get rid of, oh, I need to do symmetry and just get rid of the bottom part of the eye sockets. Same thing with this piece. I might as well just kind of eliminate that. All right, that's a bit better. So now I'll take all this and voxel remesh it. 150. Okay, so let's go ahead and just smooth this. Symmetry is on. I'll do show line in the symmetry options just so I can make sure my symmetry is correct, which it is. We'll smooth this. Smooth that jaw together. Looks great. Smooth those little eye sockets. Looks fantastic. So I'm not going to pinch it yet and do all that stuff because I'm going to have to voxel remesh his head to his body. But I think what might work is, oh, you know what? This is going to be so interesting. I'm actually not sure how I want to do this bit. So let's save, and let's make some of these things in the back. I think that they're going to be pretty fun to make. So let's take a sphere and we'll make it sideways. I don't even know how much time are. This is 20 minutes. I'm trying to work as quickly as possible. I want to get more done. I have so much that I want to sculpt that I just want to get more done in as little time as possible. See, stuff like that. I'm just trying to like resize it, but it doesn't do the right thing. Okay, so let's go. I'm just going to validate it so we can just do one side. So I'll use move, and we just need to make something like this. Okay, so let's spread that out. Which that looks pretty good. The thing is, I don't know if I want to make all of those, like maybe I can instance them. Maybe I can do a curve. I think a curve is the right way to go. Let's see, what is this called? Fin. Let's try a curve. Why is it? All right, so let's try a curve. A bunch of them. Oh. There we go. Something like that. You know what I should probably do? Oh, I think this is okay, actually. So let's make it smaller. So back view, I'll put it over here. So this is all going to be in a mirror, actually. So let's add a mirror. So now the curve is in a mirror. And I should be able to take the fin. We'll go like this. I gotta figure out why it keeps doing that. Did I change something here? Trackball, turntable? I'm not sure. I'll put it to turntable for now and just see, because it just, I don't know why it keeps going so crazy when I try to move it. Okay, so let's go to that curve. Oh, this is interesting. I don't use curves all that much. So we'll use another node here. And let's say we bring this back to the tail. But we want to make, ooh, let's use radius and make these smaller down here. So these need to go into the body. So let's go ahead and take care of that real quick. So if we do, wait, what happened to the other ones? We were doing so well. We were doing really well. But I can't do the other ones now? What's up with that? Okay, so it's something like this. I need to bring all of these to the body. So tap on this and kind of, let's see if I can rotate them so that they're a little bit. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's go back to the curve. Still need to bring everything into the body. It looks like I can only do it like this. So for some reason I can't use the other radius. Everything else goes away. And I don't feel like trying to figure out why right now. Would be helpful though, but okay, so this is so weird. I really don't understand. But I really don't have time to like not understand. So let's see if we can take this and, oh, what if I can just clone this? Try align. Make everything smaller. But then it's not in its own curve. That's the only issue. Part of me just wants to like do it like one by one. I don't know if the curves are going to help me out here. Curve. I don't even see the curve. Where's the curve at? There it is. Okay, this doesn't seem, curve is a little bit finicky, so I'm just gonna get rid of it and figure something else out. This one I might keep for now, although it's kind of annoying me as well, if I'm being honest. Because it's like, I don't really understand like what it's doing. I want to make these smaller, but I really just want to make the front one smaller. Okay, so let's add another sphere. And this is, I'm sure this is not like the most, I guess the most effective way would be to learn learn how to use the, I'm just going to mirror it. Learn how to use the curve thing, but I don't know, it seems annoying. So I'm going to validate this, and then I'm going to use move, and we're going to make some nice Godzilla thingies. So these I'm going to make small. I'm going to take it off of a line so I can more easily maneuver them. They look like actually they're a little too thin. I think they can be thicker, like that. Okay, so I do like those. Let's clone this. Let's make one down here as well. I think the key might be making it a little bit more busy and then trying to use the, come on, just let me move you. Thank you. I'm going to use pivot and just try to pivot this so I can move it a little easier, shrink it. Yeah, there you go. So I wanted something like this. This we can move a little bit. I'm going to adjust the pivot a bit so I can just swing it forward. Yeah, something like that. So the thing that I probably should have done is just done the curve, made this whole shape, and then done it that way. But I might be able to bring this into the, let's see what happens if I bring this into the mirror. Oh, I guess it would just happen on the other side. Or let's see what happens if I bring these into the curve. Whoa. Okay, so that doesn't work. That's okay. Okay, so let's take this curve and let's clone it. And let's see what we can do now. Let's move them back. Let's make them thicker. Bigger. Kind of like it. I want them to be off center of the other ones. If I use move. Oh, it moves the other one too. That's really annoying. I thought it was going to work well, but I think I think I might have a solution. If I take this curve and then clone it, then maybe I can do the same thing, but it won't be connected. Okay, that's not too bad. It's a little bit tough dealing with all of them at once, but it's not too bad. Now, it would be nice if I could get these going all the way down. Okay, so let's add another sphere. I think it might be easier to make one complete side. Excuse me. So I'm going to validate this. Trackball, I guess. It's nothing more annoying than when you're trying to move something and it just won't move. It's the worst. It's the worst. That was my stomach. I don't know why it's making noises like that. Okay, we have to do some shapes kind of like this. Okay, so let's do, make it a little bit smaller. Adjust my pivot. So these kind of have to come out a bit, which is interesting. Because the shape of it, it's almost like he has like a shell on. We don't have to do it exact, obviously, but in these, you know, I feel like these need to be pointed out a little bit more. Just drag the bottom down. Yeah, there you go. Like kind of like that Stegosaurus type look. Maybe a little bend. I like that. Let's see. I do like that. I think I might just do it the hard way. If I clone. And the reason why I like doing it this way is I just feel like I have so much more control over each one. Oh, I just moved the tool around, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. That's another pet peeve of mine, is when I accidentally move tools. Sometimes you just like swipe your hand over it and they just move. It's really frustrating. Because you know I like to be clinical. Ah, see, this is what bugs me. I also need to really manage the size of these, but I don't think I'm going to do that now, even though I probably should. So we'll clone. Because I am going to have to put some dents and stuff in them, so. Okay, you know what? Let's fit this right into that little. Let's Let's see what it looks like. Oh, it looks good from there. It doesn't have to be that big, I guess. Slide it in a little bit more. Clone. Now we got to start moving a little bit quicker, making some of these a little bit smaller as we get down towards the end. Something like that. Clone. But once I put the details and I join them all together and mirror them, then I can do a decimate so that they're not so high. Come on, let me move. Gizmo. Ugh. What is the end? I don't even know what the end looks like, but I think these have to be much smaller. Tilt these a little bit more. So we'll clone. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. So we'll do something like this where we have all of these. We can join them. Then we can use like crease. We can make some marks on them. So yeah, we can just make some marks on them. I'm not even gonna go too crazy with them. So we make some marks on them, they're all together, and then we can just mirror them. And then we have them on the other side. Why is it doing this? I must have... So I'm just gonna smooth out these little dots. Not sure what happened there, but now I'm gonna use crease again and just make some on this side as well. Okay, let me smooth off this. Okay, I think that's a great way to do it. Excuse me. And I don't know how much more we need, but maybe just a few more rows, if I'm being honest. I can probably just take this. Let me do a quick save. I might be able to take this and clone it. And then just adjust these. Because the great thing is, once we adjust it, I'm going to take the back and just maybe move and just pull the back up a bit. Because it feels like it should be just like on the back, you know? Yeah, it feels like it should just be his back. So the great thing about this is now I can take, I think it's move, even though they're joined, and it should Yeah, it should move them individually, which is kind of cool. Kind of useful, I should say. All right, let's take a look at the bottom and just see how everything looks. We'll adjust these a little bit. The bottom is a little bit more difficult. Because they're on opposite sides, it's a little bit harder to I actually don't know how. Oh, let me see if I turn symmetry off. I'm just trying to separate them. It's increasingly difficult. Okay. So at least now they're separated. I don't like these like weird curves that they've kind of made. Maybe drag is better. I'll use move. Maybe I'll just try to push them deeper into the body. Okay, that's not so bad. This, drag that in. Now let's take the tail and just move the tail up a bit. Maybe even just drag. Like so. And I think we can go ahead and take the body and the tail. I'm going to do a quick save. Let's take the body and the body and the tail and just voxel remesh them together. Like 150. So that's just one nice piece. One nice piece. I really don't like how lined up these all are. But I don't see how I can adjust them. It's a little bit better, but as you can see, they don't quite move as well as I would like them to. So, okay, let's take this sphere and clone it. It's already in a mirror. Drag it. I want to get more of that Stegosaurus look. It's a little bit difficult. But I feel like it's a little bit more Godzilla-ish to have that more Stegosaurus shape. So let's bend that out a little bit. And maybe even clone it again and make some smaller ones. Should I put this in there? Let's see how this looks. Let's make this one bigger. Okay, looks decent. Let's clone. clone. So I'm just trying to fill in this, fill in the spaces. I might have to make another row of little ones, but I'm not certain yet if I want to do that. And they actually look like they're a little more nestled. Like they're a little more, whoops. They all look a little bit more. So these I'm just going to turn out a bit. Oh, come on. Help me out a bit here. Yeah, there you go. They need to come out a little bit more. That's a good call. Because it's like those little details, because it really is almost like he has a shell. Oh, now what is this? I feel like this is connected. Oh, no, it's not. Good. There's some things that I want to move, but sometimes it's troublesome if they're connected by the curve. So I'm not really a huge fan of the curve so far, but probably just because I don't know how to use it to really efficiently. Okay. Oh, my butt. Ow. Painful. You just stretch. Okay, so I think this is looking really good. I just want to add some more. Let's add some more. So we have all these spheres. Where are these little ones? Oh, here they are. So let's just use... So let's clone it. We'll move it up and just give it its own little mirror. Okay, so we just need to... I'm not going to go too crazy, but we definitely need to close this section up a bit. So let's make a nice kind of section here. Maybe we'll just shape these a little bit. Yeah, we'll give them like a nice interesting shape like that. Now let's, do I want to crease them? I'm not going to crease them yet. Let's not crease them yet. So let's clone these. Maybe we'll even make some little tiny babies. Whoop. We'll make some little tiny ones here. But I want to just smooth this out some. actually better smoothed out. Maybe move really small. I just want to, oh, it's actually quite wide. You see how wide it was? I like that shape. Let's take these and clone them. This is going to be a nightmare to edit. You know what? I think I just need a new sphere to go in here. Validate, because it's already in a mirror. I just need a cleaner sphere. Use drag. Just try to make a nice little shape here. There we go. Nice little stegosaurus. That should be already mirrored. Perfect. Okay, so we'll position these in there. And we can always adjust them as needed. Maybe these need to be a bit bigger. And maybe we'll put a bend in them later if I decide to. But for now, let's clone and just kind of keep it moving. Move them right along. I think they need to be a little more curved. Maybe these as well. These looks good. So we'll clone, move the other ones down some. Looks great. Clone. Move them a little bit closer together, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe right there. Still works. They're a little bit bigger than the ones around them, which is good. But now we really need to start making them smaller. And really these should be curved a little bit more, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Not a huge fan of the curve tool. I need to learn how to use it better. But that's okay. That's a battle for another day. Let's tilt these. But I still don't want them to be running into other fins. They need to fit nicely. Clone. these are great. I like how they're just like, just off enough to like not interfere with each other. Oh, I gotta move my chair in. Some arch in my back. I gotta be real careful with my back. Because I need it to be, I want to be fine again. It's my wish. All right, let's move these in a bit. You know, I think that might actually be good. So I think I just want to do, let's clone. Do I want to clone or do I want to just do, yeah, let's clone one of these. Let's make them wider. All right, these look good. Maybe we only need one here. One pair of really big ones. That kind of closes up the back. So I think I'm okay with that. Let's take this one, clone it. The screen just went off of it. Just got darker. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's clone it again. And really, these are just like extra details that I don't quite need, but you know, I love me some extra tiny little finnies here. Why not? All right, let's do a quick save so I don't have to do that again. What do we think about the front though? How do we feel about these? I'm not sure how I feel about them. Let's clone these guys. Ooh, I kind of like that though. That looks nice. If it looks nice, then let's clone it again. That looks great. It's probably enough, right? The only thing that bugs me is I kind of wish I had another two fins. All right, let's see how I can do this. If I take this fin, if I can find the other fins, this, I think these are the ones. If I can move them up, I think I just need a little bit more of a, let me make these smaller. Okay, how can I fit these in here? Okay, yeah, that's more of a curve. I just needed like more of a curve in the front. That feels better. So it feels more like a shell, which I like. Okay, great. So let me take the mouth and kind of smooth it around the edge of this, but softly, because clearly it's acting crazy. Do I want to add the body on? Let's do the hand, his little chubby hands. So how do I want to do these? I think I just want to do the inflate method, the chill method. So I'm just going to mirror and voxel remesh, or validate, I mean. They're 842. Let's do a quick save. So they need to be stronger. So let's voxel remesh them at like 160. Okay, so first let's go here and subdivide them. And then we'll voxel remesh them. We shouldn't get those lines. Smooth everything out. And it still looks a little bit, I'm just gonna use move and, okay, that looks a little bit better. So let's just use inflate and see if I can inflate 4 pudgy fingers. I don't actually know if I can get 4 in there. 1, 2, 3. I want to make sure that this is kind of folded in a little bit. Ooh, that came out real ugly. I think I kind of like them actually. I think that looks good. So we're just going to leave it. We'll voxel remesh it, maybe around 180 or so. So that should hopefully strengthen these a little bit so that I can smooth them. I like his little pudgy fingers. He has a lot of rolls, so I'm going to go ahead and do inflate above this. Like so. I like it. We'll do a little bit of an inflate here as well, even though we're going to voxel remesh the head and the neck. We want to give a little bit of something. I think it looks great. And he has little nails. So let's make the little nails. Let's do a quick save. Let's add. Okay, so these are, where are the arms? So these are the arms. Okay, so let's add a sphere, but we don't want it in the arms. We'll put it right above. And this will be nails. And we'll just do one side for the sphere for now. And then we'll just make a mirror so it mirrors it on the other side. Okay. So make it smaller, and we'll do it kind of like we did the fins. And I'll just use move and just kind of like fashion out a little nail. Maybe drag is better. Okay, something like that. Pivot, center, pivot. Let's adjust the pivot so it's like kind of adjusted with the nail. Flatten it out. And do I want to make the base a little wider? I don't even know if I can do that. You know what? I think it's fine. I can make the whole thing a little wider. bit on the sides. And do a little smoothie poo. Actually, I might want them more round. Because if we're going cute, we kind of want them round. But let's just put one in and see how they look. I think they look good. I think they look slightly like cute, menacing. A little smaller. Oh no, that's perfect. Because it's either like that or like the nails are like this kind of, but I don't think that looks as good. Like just imagine that they were like coming out the top like that. So let's put this one like we like it, or like I like it. I gotta make a decision. I don't want to keep going back and forth. And I think that looks good. So let's go ahead and add our mirror. This will be nails. We'll just take it and clone it. And then we'll just gizmo out and make it work. Make it a little bit smaller for the pinky. Okay, take this clone. I think I hear some rain outside. There we go, perfect. Clone. Okay, he's got his little nails. I love it. Feet look good. All right, I'm gonna mirror and validate. I'm gonna do the same thing to this leg. I'm gonna validate. Oops, let's mirror it first and then validate. Does he look a little tall? He might look a little tall. Legs, toes. What happens if I shrink and move them in a little bit more? I'm going to open up those legs a bit. I think I want it around there, which is fine. I think I just need to move everything except for the floor. this is a lot of layers. Everything down. Oh no. I can't tell if they're like, oh, they're going back to the same spot, right? Yeah, they're going back to the same spot. It's freaking me out. Okay, so we'll move it back there. I think I like that. I need to work on these little toes, so let's go ahead and use just move and kind of make them a little bit less round there. And let's add some spheres for the nails. What is this? Oh, this is toes. Let's take this out. And let's just do the one. Okay, so he does have kind of a little bit of toes, but I think we can, I think we just need to do the toenails, I think. Yeah, I think we just need to do toenails. So that can be one. Just remember the angle of the foot. So that's one. We'll clone it. It's two. Looks good. They look pretty good. They're a bit fat, but that's okay. Two. We'll clone. And we'll do the third one. Check out the sizes, make sure the sizes make sense. Oh yeah, that looks great. I like it. Okay, so all right, let's take inflate on the leg. First, let's subdivide the leg, maybe twice even. And I want to see if we want to inflate here. Maybe here as well. I'm not sure how it's going to look when we merge them. Okay, so let's take the toes. So that's not the toes. This is now the foot. Feet. So we have these toes. I'm just going to join them and then add a mirror. These are going to be the actual toes. Let's do a quick save, and now I have to trim. Do I want to trim now? Or, yeah, let's just trim. So let's take the toes with the rectangle trim and just trim those. We'll trim the foot. Okay. All right, so for the body, there's a couple things that I'm thinking about. So I don't know if I want to make this midsection a different color. I kind of want to, and I feel like it would be easier. Here's one way that I'm thinking that I would do it, is just take the body and clone it, move it forward a little bit, and then you have a separate piece. So I can actually use crease on the body part, and it doesn't necessarily mess with the body underneath. Let's take smooth so I can get rid of some of this mass here, and it'll be a little bit easier to show you the benefits that I'm talking about. So now if I use crease, let's smooth it a little more here. Let's take drag and I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. I take crease on the body. I could just make creases like this. Which is great, and then I could color them differently. The thing is, I can color them differently now. Very easily. So that's the only thing that I'm sort of struggling with. I think it might be worth it, because I think I would like it. I can do the same thing actually on the bottom. I can probably, I can't even quite see where it is. Oh, there it is. I see it now. If I bring that out, and then continue to use the crease, let's do solo, and just pretend does that look? Oh, it looks pretty good, even though I didn't go all the way to the... Let's take move and move this out a bit. And let's take crease and actually go all the way to the end. Maybe just use clay and sub and kind of get rid of it here. But at least then I can get a two-tone, and it might work well. I'm not certain, but it might work well. I wonder if I can do it here. Clay and sub. Yeah, that might work well. We shall see. I'm going to inflate a little bit here on the actual body. Actually, that looks good. I'm going to leave that like this, but maybe I'll just do this little crease. A little more defined. Let's do a quick save. All right, I like it. Oh, I could do little toe beans. That might be kind of cute too, actually. But how difficult, how time consuming would that be? You know, well, let's just do it. First, I want to do inflation on the feet. Let's make sure this is touching the ground. go. That's better for the legs. Love it. Maybe we'll do a little inflate on the neck area. And you know what? Let's go ahead and merge. I don't even know if I need to merge the arms. If I'm honest. The legs, yeah. But I don't know if I want to merge the arms. I probably don't even have to merge the legs. But I think so this is going to be body front. This will be body main. Let's go ahead and save. So body main and head. I don't even know where the head is. Eye sockets. Head. Oh, let's just change it to body main. So we'll take socket and body main. Whatever one you select last, it's going to take that name. So body main. I'm going to do a quick save before I do this. And then we'll just voxel remesh this around 200. Okay, so now this is officially one piece. Smooth in there too, I think. So it's officially one piece. I might not even join the legs, to be honest with you. They don't necessarily need it. Let's do crease, and there are some details. Part of me wants to, I don't know if I want to do symmetry. I don't even know where this is going to go. I don't think there is any symmetry on the legs. I can't see anything. What if we do local? The local's a bit off. Maybe we'll do that at the end. Let's work on the face. I want to work on the face. So first, let's put a little tongue in the mouth. So let's go, so body main. Let's add sphere. And we'll keep it really simple. We use the gizmo to move the tongue up. Whoop. So yeah, we'll just keep the tongue nice and simple. Something like that. We can do solo. If you want, we can do crease and just put a crease down the middle. Okay, so we got a little tongue in there. Can go ahead and decimate that. I'm gonna have to decimate a lot. It's already 1 million, which is kind of high for me. I usually don't sculpt things that are that big. Okay, so how do I do, if I want to do a jaw a different color, what's the easiest way to do that? What is the easiest way to do that? I wonder if I can take, oh no, the head is not just a head anymore, is it? I mean, I could always, let's do a quick save. I could always just clone the body main, trim the parts I don't need. Oh my God, what are you doing? If I tilt it here and I hit front, why isn't it not just straightening up? What is this? What is this? Why are you here? That's so strange that it's like moving down. It doesn't always do that. I don't know why it's doing that. It's bugging the heck out of me. What was I doing? Oh yeah, so we should be on the clone of the body, and I don't need a lot of this stuff. So I'm just gonna trim it. If I look at solo, yeah, we don't need a lot of that stuff. So all I need, or all I might need, let's do pivot, center, pivot. If I shrink this, of course I'm not shrinking it, I'm turning it. Let's take it off pivot. If I shrink it, okay, so maybe I can pull this to give me a nice inner gum line. Doesn't need to be that much on top, but here on the side is kind of where I want it to. It would be nice if I can make it extend out past this to really look like, yeah. Let's go ahead and smooth this a bit. So it really looks like that, you know, that skin inside like these creatures have. Okay. We'll move the gums up a little bit here. Like so. Maybe like smooth them a little bit. Maybe not. Okay, I think that works. We don't need too much here, but let's go ahead and just pull that down some. I don't know if it should come out that far. Looks like it might be a little egregious. Let's push that back in a bit. Okay, so the one thing I did want to do with the mouth is obviously, let's use crease, and let's crease this here. So we'll do a nice crease, and then we'll do crease and sub. And then we can do, yeah. I kind of wish it didn't kind of suck in so much. Let's see if I can like pull it out a little bit. Maybe push the nose in. But that's pretty much exactly what I wanted to do. It might be nice to do it here as well. Let's see how this looks. Oh, well, it almost looked decent. But now that looks weird on that side. Why? Why does it look so strange on that side? Something is wrong here. The symmetry is correct for everything, so why did this... I gotta turn the symmetry off, I think. Do another crease here. Oh no. I don't know why that got messed up. It's very odd. Okay, well that's good enough. I mean, I'm kind of happy with that. Let's take inflate and let's make some little sections here. Let's turn symmetry back on. We'll just do a little inflate here. We can smooth it down a little bit. And then we can use crease to make the little nose. Perfect. We can use inflate. I don't even know if I even need to do this, but can inflate a little bit more there. Flatten even. Just to give it a little bit of a different shape. So we'll flatten it a little bit. Maybe even use pinch. I know it's pinch, but I like saying pinch. That looks good. Okay, so now let's do a quick save. Oh, let me take a quick break. Okay, so I think for the eyes, I want to do, so he does need to have like the eyelids. Yeah, like he does need to have eyelids, so I'm just going to use inflate, and we're on the eyes. I'm going to use symmetry and just make a little smaller. So we'll make some eyelids, kind of smooth it a little. Oh, why is it so soft? It looks pretty good, but I think I just need to, let me do a quick save and just voxel remesh this higher. I'm going to do 275 and see if it's still super soft. Look at that. I don't know why it's doing that. Let me undo. Let me voxel remesh now. And then try to do inflate and see if it's any better. Let me turn the intensity of my smooth down. See if that makes any difference. It might be a little bit better. Not great, but still a little bit better. So I'm going to use tube and path and snap because I want it to snap to the surface. And maybe I want to add another one here. Okay, so we'll do radius. We'll make this bigger back here and make this a little bit smaller. We'll turn snap off. And then let's do all of the radii. And we'll make this a little bit bigger. Maybe we'll add one and make this smaller. This is just a style thing, of course. You know I always do this with all of my little characters. My little characters. So now let's put it into the, let's put this into the eye. I'm going to add another one here so I can just curl it in a little bit easier. Oh, that doesn't look like what I need, does it? Okay, I think it might be just that it's a little too big, maybe. You know what, let's put this down to 4. that up to 2. See if that makes any difference. Okay, I kind of like it. Let's mirror it. Let's just see what it looks like. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look like it's in the right spot or something. I think I just didn't put it in the right spot. So let's see if I can put it in the right spot. Let's use Gizmo. I feel like it should be there. There and thicker. Okay, that's a little bit better. I think I like that. Do I want to do a profile at all? Oh, is it not doing it because... If I twist it... Okay, that looks weird. So we'll just go back. I don't remember what we liked, actually. Was it that? Or was it the thicker one? It's probably the thicker one. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and validate these. And maybe I'll just use a good old-fashioned flatten tool. But I do feel like I need to... If I can't push them in further... Let's do pivot, center, pivot. Let's adjust the pivot. Since I can't center them, let's see if we can suck them in a little bit. And then also take inflate and actually kind of want to inflate a little bit more over them. I wonder if I can use flatten a little bit underneath. It looks decent. It's just this isn't the smoothest. It's my only issue. Oh, that looks okay though. But there also needs to be the rest of the eye underneath. It's very important. So we'll try to get that lid underneath as well. And now maybe they're in a little bit too far. Let's see if I can stretch them out a bit. Okay. Wonder what a crease would look like here. What about a crease with dynamic topology? Because everything just looks so ugly. So if I turn on dynamic topology, let's see what happens. I kind of like it, actually. I'm going to turn it off, but it looks kind of good. I feel like it looks more natural, kind of. See if I can pinch this area back together. Just use regular crease now. Let's take move and see if we can just adjust this a bit. And let's see if we can do a nice crease for the eyelid. Get it nice and deep in there, and then just sort of smooth it so it's a little more natural looking. Why do I have this divot here? I don't know where that came from. Let's try to make it part of the eyelid since it won't go away. That's a weird divot. Okay, let's do a quick save and then let's voxel remesh this whole thing again. Like 300 now. I actually don't know if that helped or hurt. But it looks pretty good. I think I want to curve all this stuff a little bit more. Okay, so one thing that I'm noticing that I should have probably done is the eyes are so far back. That's the only issue that I'm seeing. I think I'm gonna move the eyes forward and just redo it. I feel like the eyes are just too far back. They don't look good. They don't look good. So I'm just gonna delete this, and I need to make the eyes, I think, around here. It's a much better eye, and that was like so easy. Just twist it a little bit. I don't know if I want to use I think that looks good. I think it looks gooey. Okay, I should have, I think I forgot to push that into the, oh, it's perfect. Let's inflate on here and just hope that it doesn't wind up looking too bad. I think think that looks good. What about on the bottom? Looks good. What about a little crease action on the bottom? Just a nice, soft, smooth. I'm trying to talk my way through it. The top looks perfect. That's so much better. Nice. I mean, I'm cool with it. Honestly. I kind of want to do crease and sub and try my luck with some little detail here. Probably doesn't even need it, but kind of like it. Could probably do the same thing here. And you know what? Let's do crease with, let's turn back on dynamic topology and see if we can make those a little nicer. I'm going to turn it off. See if I can smooth this now. Might be beyond help because it's kind of looking like it's beyond help. Let's turn it off again. See if I can just pinch this. Sometimes these things just get beyond help. They start looking kind of weird. Oh, that actually looks good. I might be able to take drag. I like to get the depth in the nose, you know? So let's see if I can take drag and just kind of like pull it in a little bit. Yeah, that's what I like. And then I'll take select mask with lasso and protect the top. And then use move. And then kind of close it up a bit. And clear the mask. It's like my little secret weapon. Just a little bit of a baby smooth so that it looks clean. Love it. So let's save. So let's add some little teefies here. So we'll add sphere. Times it. Oh, it's only 1:30. That's not too bad. Actually, what am I doing? How sharp do we want his little teeth? Let's go ahead and mirror because we're going to be doing a lot of mirroring. And these are going to be in that gum area. I kind of like the teeth that he has. I'm going to go ahead and validate and just use drag. They're kind of like little... They almost look like little dolphin teeth. Kind of like this. The only thing is, should the two front ones be like that as well? I guess they can be, but I feel like they should be like a little bit smaller maybe. But maybe even just not like curved as much. Oops. Kind of like that. There's still something I don't like about these teeth. I'm not sure what. What if I smooth them and make them a little thinner? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with these teeth. Also, you know something else? It might be the gum is not forward enough for me. Okay, I need to use move but smaller because this is being a butt monkey. I'm going to try to smooth to kind of get it nice and round. This, I'm just going to use clay and sub and get rid of that. I want to make sure I smooth all of this. All right, let's see now if I move it forward, if that changes anything for me. It kind of does. Kind of does. I do want to look like if these were like a little bit more round in the front. Let's see what that looks like. I kind of like it. Let's do a few more and we'll just see how it looks. You know what? This needs to come out a little bit. Or else it just kind of throws everything else off. Clone. I need to save because I don't ever want to feel like doing this again. In actuality, I actually really enjoy doing teeth. I think teeth are really fun to do. Look at this Godzilla teeth. I love them. Okay, so Let's switch this to Y and do local, not X. And then let's clone and then flip object. And maybe we can just bring it down. Okay. So we'll move these little teepees into place. Let's clone these. And let's do the same thing. Everything should be the same. Local, flip object. And then we should be able to just bring them down. Okay, we need to, oh my God. What is this animal doing? Why does she have to be that loud in her litter box? Oh no. Why is this? Did I do something wrong? They feel a little bit off to me. I don't know why. I'm just making a new sphere. What did I just do? I'm just making a new sphere. Make sure that everything is straight. If I make a new sphere, even though I have to do the teepees again, that's fine. Happy to do it. Let's do move. We'll give him a nice little curve. Perfect. Make it a little more curvy, I guess. No, that was too curvy. So it's not the teeth, it's the jaw or something. So if I turn symmetry off, oh, whatever. Okay, so let's work on these teeth here. Let's push these out. Oh, that's not out. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Let's clone. Good. Clone. Get to a nice rhythm. Clone. Make these a little smaller. And do I need another one? Maybe we'll clone it once more and just have a look-see. Yeah, it looks good. Maybe this one can be a little bit more on edge. It's always the little details. Okay, let's do a quick save. All right, so these are all the T-fees. So I'm going to go ahead and validate this and call these T-fees. Tongue's looking good. What is that behind there? Oh, that's right. So that's the body. This is the, oh, okay. So I need to take this body. Wait, what is that? Let's see what that is. Oh, that's the front. That's what that is. That's the front. So I can just use clay and sub and get rid of that. That's the front. Okay. And I can take clay on this part actually. And I can probably even do layer and sub and get rid of symmetry on. And just make it a little more, give it a little more depth. Just smooth it. Just getting more and more difficult with these two, with all these different pieces. But that's okay. As long as they're inside the mouth, that is okay. All right, so this is looking great. I'm gonna do another save. What else do I even want to do with this rascal? So I think it would be cool to put some scales on his back. And how I want to do that is I have this Spidey brush, which is essentially it's a cloned clay brush. Or no, it's just a cloned brush. Wait, what is this? Is it the... Let me see what brush this is. Lock radius, the alpha, fall off. Okay, let's figure out what I need. So I think I just need one that's the brush tool. So brush text, which is a clone of the brush tool. This is the fall off, the alpha, the stroke is dot. Alpha is, I think I want to use one of these. And these I just got from, I'll use this one. I use the snail one, I think. Maybe I'll try this brownie one. I think it's like the surface of a brownie. So fall off, I think that's fine. Stroke, I think that's fine. I don't know, we'll see. So let's use this. We have our little thingy there. Radius, can make a little bit bigger. Let's turn the intensity down. Let's just see what we get. That looks crazy. can't change any of the, oh, screen project. Let's make this bigger. Excuse me, that's much better. So if I do screen project, at least I can add a little bit of detail. It's not as much detail as I would have wanted though. And that could be, there's a couple reasons for that. It could just be the alpha. Let's try this, because this one's a little more defined. So that does look a little bit better. Feels a little bit nicer. Ooh, that feels even more nice. What if I make this really big? Ooh. Let's turn the intensity down. I like that. So let's just add some nice details to our little Godzilla. Symmetry is on, good. So we'll add some detail all the way down here. If I move in, just make this really light. Excuse me. Maybe I'll make it really light on his chin area. Maybe a very light on his face. Very light on his nose. And the reason I'm doing it very light is I really like the detail in the skin, so I don't want to mess that up at all. So the arms, let's see how this looks on the arms as well. Why does it look like that on the arms? I mean, I think it looks good actually, but I can't tell if it's because I'm closer or farther away. I like it, so we'll just go with it. Good, symmetry's working perfectly. The legs, what happens with the legs? Legs, not so much. So maybe I should go ahead and take the legs, validate them, and the feet, and validate them. Let's do a quick save, and then maybe I'll just voxel remesh these together. Like 150 or 160 or so. And then let's try brush texture. See what we go. Let's smooth it first. Looks good. Unfortunately, we're going to lose that nice crease, but that's the price of doing business. Let's see if we can just add a crease in here. I hate when I lose my creases. I spent a lot of time. Creasing, you know? So it's always a shame when I lose a crease. Smooth this out and see how that looks. Oh, it's not bad. Smooth this out a little bit. Yeah, it's not terrible. Maybe we can add a crease here, make it look like, you know, the leg, little leg pudgy. Oh, that looks terrible. Let's use inflate. See if we can. Ooh. Well, it's not. That's decent actually. I believe it. Let's go ahead and go back to brush texture and see if we can add some ISO texture to his legs. I feel like there shouldn't be too much on the inside. What do you guys think about that? Okay, I like that. On the arm, I think I want like smaller bits around the outside, around the... No, that just looks weird. Let's see if we can do a little crease action right here for the arm, and maybe a little inflate. And a little smoothie poo. I just love those little details, you know? Of course you know. Okay, all right. So, the only other thing I wanted to toy around with was a little bit of inflate around these, but I don't know how that looks. It's kind of hard to really see it, but I just feel like it's something that would be there. You know, if these are going into the body, I feel like you would be able to see that little bit of raised, kind of like if an animal has horns, there's a little bit of a raised skin where they go into the skin. It's just how it is. Okay, whatever, I think that worked. We'll do a quick save. What else did I want to do for this little guy? I really don't know. I love him. I guess we can give him some little flowers. Oh, and I wanted to give him toe beans too. Let's do a quick save. I might have just saved. Excuse me. Let's add a sphere. We can go ahead and mirror, I think. Let's not mirror. Let's just validate it. And we'll do one hand at a time and then mirror it. Okay, so let's name this one beans. This can be Big Bean. And the big bean will be like in the palm. Which is pretty good, actually. You just bring up the small bits at the end. Like so. Maybe we'll just use inflate. That might be easier. And then this can be flatten. It's a little trickier because if you want them to look, oh, actually that looks okay. That actually looks fine. Yeah, that looks good actually. So let's go ahead and clone, and then hopefully this will work easily enough on the other fingers. Oh, but it has to be the right position. I think that works. So we'll go ahead and clone. Oh. Okay, not too bad. Tricky to get these little edges because then the middle wants to go in, so I got to pull the middle out. Okay, last one. Let's clone. I always do these extra things and I just wind up spending so much extra time. Oh, I think it looks like it's this way. Whoop. I have a tag on my shirt that's like driving me crazy. The tag's like in the neck shoulder-ish area, which is odd. It's a J. Crew shirt. And actually, I really like it. It's just a long sleeve t-shirt, but the tag is just killing me. Killing a brother. There we go. Looks perfect. All right, so beans, big bean. You can join these and then add a nice little mirror. Perfect. Tongue looks good. Maybe a little far back. Okay, cool. All right, so next, 1.42 million. So, oh, what I didn't do is I just need to take some of these and put details on them. Okay, these look good. Let's get these ones. Ooh, they get a little messy on the back. So we'll do a little something on the back, but just keep it nice and chill. Ooh, these are very close together. Why is that? I don't want no unauthorized closeness. Okay. Interesting that some of the lines go through toward to the back. I'm not sure why. I don't want to mess up the biggest one. Ugh, the biggest one looks terrible now. I'll just leave it alone. Okay. Oh, the only other thing I wanted to do is take drag, make it really small, and on the body, kind of make like little divots, almost like more of these little things are forming. I think about that? I don't know. I don't know if I like it. It's a bit hard to tell. I definitely don't need it, so maybe I'll just leave it alone. All right, cool. I like it. So let's turn off show line. Do a quick save. Let's go from metcap to lit PBR. Let's take everything. Wait, what are these mirrors? Let's just take this and validate them. Fins A. Toes, we can go ahead and validate. Toes, nails, we can go ahead and validate. Arms, yeah. These are more fins. More fins. Validate the lashes. Validate the toe beans. All of this we can validate. More fins. What is this? More fins. Validate. We'll just join it with these fins. And these are more fins. So we'll just put it with these fins. And might as well just join all these together. Where's this mirror? So we'll join all the fins. Mirror 6 is the legs. It's body main. TTs, no, we want TVs. Wrong letter. And these are toe beans, body main, body front. What is the sphere? This is the tongue. Legs and arms we can join. Toes and nails we can join. I'll bring arms up to body front. Tongue, body main. TV's toe bean, body main. Oh, these are the gums. Gums, so they can go by TVs. Fins, nails, floor. Okay, good. Let's save this. So now that we have it kind of broken down, we can change all these to our neutral color. I'll just use this terracotta-like color. And what else? We'll give him some quick lights. Let's figure out what pose we want. Do we want perspective? Oh, I didn't do the flowers too. Well, I kind of like this view. better. So I think I like that view. So I'm going to go ahead and call that 2. Oh, my butt, my poor butt. Maybe we want a nice front view. We'll call this 3, or we'll just call it front. Okay, we'll save this as well. So let's go to 2. Oh no, what happened? Add new. This should be front. I really hope it saved my other one. Oh good, it did. Boom. Save. So now let's turn the environment off. We'll add our first light. Let's put this up to 2. All right, and this is the key. We'll clone it. This will be the rim. Let's put the key over. Oh, yeah. Key over here. Rim, we'll turn this around. Nice rim light, we'll turn that up. Okay, we'll add another sunlight for this side. Turn that up a bit. Something like that. And then let's add, this can be R2 for the right light too, and let's add a TD for top down. We'll change it to a spotlight. Put it right here. Turn it up some. Let's put it a little further away. Let's go back to our view. And let's turn on post-process. I probably should have had it on before. Now that I'm thinking about it. Why is this so big? Let's turn that down some. Let's turn off depth of field. Let's test the lights again. Oh, the lights actually look good. So if we turn on the environment, it looks great. We'll turn the environment down a little bit. It looks absolutely wonderful. So now we'll just change things to subsurface and adjust. So we'll turn this down. We'll turn that depth down. We'll take the fins, make those subsurface. We can turn it down a little bit, but I like those being subsurface. The front part of the body. We'll make that subsurface too. We'll turn that down quite a bit. Arms and legs. Subsurface, we can turn them down quite a bit. The nails and toenails. Subsurface, we'll turn them down a little. Teethies. Subsurface, turn those down a little bit. I think that might be it. I don't know if I want to do the gums in the inner part of the head. We'll just do them for now. We'll turn that down quite a bit. But I think that might be it. So let's just do a quick save. Okay, so I love this. Let's do a save as and new. Okay, so now this one I'll just color real quick. And let's stick to this fun. Oh, do I want to make them Godzilla color though? I don't know. We'll stick to this color for now. But eventually I want to make them Godzilla color, which would be like, I don't know. I feel like Godzilla's like something like that. I do like that color. I guess these would be like the same color. This could be a similar color, just maybe a little lighter. These could be a similar color, but a little lighter as well. Maybe a little rougher. No metalness, just rough. And the nails, I think, would be darker, a little bit of gloss. The eyebrows would be black with no gloss. Teefies can be more of a teefy color. Some gloss. Ooh, it looks nice. Tongue can be, we'll make it pink. Cute, use baby. And the gums can be, they can be pink as well, but maybe a little more reddish. Oh, I don't know what color to make. Oh, that's nice. Something like that. A little rougher. Paint those. It's nice. And this little floor, we'll make a dark color. We'll make it a little bit rough. And we need to change this rim color because it looks super boring. We'll make it like a, how about that reddish color? I actually don't know what a good color is for this. It'd be nice if I could see it while I was working. I feel like green actually works well for some reason. Yeah, we need a little bit more. There we go. I think that looks a little bit better. Need a little bit more, and then maybe we'll change one of the other colors too. Maybe we'll change this. Maybe to a nice purple. There we go. And then the top down can be maybe a little warmer, maybe a little stronger. Oh, I'm loving it. Get rid of this. I think it looks great. I think it looks great. All right. Well, that's it. I'll probably attach some of this. I'll probably attach him from Blender. So I'll probably bring him over into Blender like I always do. And I might make a blue version. So I'll show you that too. All right. Keep drawing, keep sculpting. I'll see you all in the next video. And also, I'm going to put this up on my Patreon right now. So yeah, it'll be on my Patreon. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to go more in depth, then definitely check out my Skillshare classes where I am a top teacher. I have about 50 classes, both Procreate and Nomad Sculpt. I also have a few classes on Udemy, so if you want to learn more, or you just like my style, you like the way I teach, you want to support me, those are some other places that you can do it. Thanks again, keep drawing, keep sculpting. I'll see you all in the next video.